What's up, guys? How are you doing today? Give me 1 second, I still need to put my shoes on. Where are my gloves anyway? Oh, there. Zwiftception. Okay. How are you doing today? Welcome, everyone. Today is going to be evening of new things, because after some time I'm placed back again in A category. I have new shoes, I have new camera battery that's endless, so it shouldn't happen again that my camera goes off. I have once again new trainer because my Elite Justo 2 basically burned. And so I had to get Wahoo Kicker Core while it's in repair, or more specifically, I'm waiting for them to send me new circuit board, whatever it's called. I have new chain because yesterday when I was riding, it was grinding like crazy. So good stuff, good stuff. Thank you very much. So first things first, I will change my bike so I don't forget about it. So we already installed the Zwift ride for my wife. Yesterday we had our first ride together, and it is awesome. I actually pedaled on the Zwift ride for like a few minutes, and it's insane how quiet that thing is actually. Oh, it's so smooth. The new chain is so smooth. So my racing score today is 519, which means I'm just barely out of the B category, which is correct anyway. It's not my real score. I hope my goal for today's race is ideally finish with the front. It is fairly flat race. It's 6 laps on the Glasgow grid, so maybe able to stay with the front depending on the difficulty of the field. Maybe not. But I definitely want to gain more points, continue on my track to increase my racing score back again after the Sisu Tour. And next week, on Friday, another Sisu Tour is starting. I'm going to do that again, but this time I'm going to do it in my own category. I'm not going to do it in A because there is no sprint championship, and I already tried that during Sisu Tour, so I'm going to try to go for the GC. Yep, this is 1810 race. Yeah. I'm just waiting 2 more minutes so I can enlist in the pen, and then I will go for my warm-up. This is a course that historically I've been quite successful on. I won a race here, and I've had 2 second places here. But obviously, now I will be punching above my skill. Best way to get to A is to race with A. Yeah, sure, absolutely. And I actually think I never improved so much as when I was racing with like the best guys during the Sisu Tour. Like there were like just another level of riders, but just trying to hang out with them for as long as possible was definitely helpful for me. Zwift headphones looked mint. Yeah. They're still fairly new, so they should. I've been using them on all my rides, and I take them to the office. So I don't need to switch the Bluetooth connections all the time. And actually, ever since I got these, I only charge them once. They still have the charge, and it's like 2 weeks now. It's not 2 weeks of constant use, but all riding and during all my presence in the office, they're in action. The battery life is insane. All right, so let's join the pen and do our warm-up. Hey Wolf. Basically the standard stuff on Glasgow crit, which is hammer the Clyde kicker, do not get dropped there, and then try to stay with the group for as long as possible. The usual stuff. So that's called again. I always struggle to find this warm-up. Did it move somewhere? Or I am just blind? Oh, ultimate warm-up here. Alright. Let's go to some route I didn't complete yet. Bridges and boardwalks. This is the first time, by the way, I'm trying the erg mode on the kicker core. I assume it's going to be fine, but just for the record. I mean, pacing the kicker is basically just going full gas. That's what it is. It's not like all-out sprint, but it's pretty close. Because there is always someone who's going to go full gas, and if you don't, you are dropped sooner than you would expect. Oh, it's so smooth. The new chain is so smooth. It's incredible. By the way, guys, today it has been 36 degrees Celsius in here. Which is what, like 110 in Fahrenheit? Something like that. Insane. Which reminds me, I need to crank up the AC in the next room so it cools at least a little bit here. It's 96. I thought that it's more than that. Isn't like the Fahrenheit scale just like 0 is crazy cold and 100 is crazy hot? That's what I assumed always. And I thought that 36 Celsius already qualifies as crazy hot. By the way, is the brightness of the camera okay? It's very hard to judge from the small picture. I can crank up the light if I need to. Times 2 plus 30? But that would mean 102, right? Yeah, I was walking my dog about 1 hour ago, and it was insane. And tomorrow is supposed to be even worse. I had to disable the Elite Riser, at least for racing. Because although you can use it with non-elite trainers like Kicker Core, it just works very weirdly. It can go up when you sprint. It can go down when you go up. So I will just wait until I get the Elite Justo back and then enjoy the riser as well. But it was crazy couple of days actually. On Saturday, I was doing 2-hour ride, and after that, the Justo basically burned. I didn't know it at the time, but it started to smell horribly after the workout, after the ride, and which is my primary suspicion something's wrong. And then when I tried to ride it on Sunday, it didn't adjust resistance whatsoever. So I got into contact with Elite. They asked me to send them video of the basically inner part, the trainer. Then they said that the driver on the board basically burned, which was the smell, and they are sending me new one, but they are now on holidays in Italy, so they will send it after 24th. But I immediately ordered Kicker Core because Obviously, I want to ride, and it will be good to have backup as well. Started Zwifting 2 months ago. Incredibly. Month ago. How do you like Zwift so far? Yeah. The problem with Tron Bike right now is with the bike upgrades, it is so hard to upgrade the Tron Bike compared to something like S-Works SL8, which is what I'm riding on. It is basically unusable for, racing. For workouts, it doesn't matter really, but for racing, you need to upgrade other bike first, and then if you want to start working on your Tron Bike, and that is if you already have it. Thank you, Minibix. Yeah, I like the gaming factor as well. How many times a week I'm racing? It depends. During season, maybe even 3 times if there are interesting races. In the off season, maybe once. Those weeks once, but since next week I'm going to do the Sisu Vuelta event, so it's going to be more frequent. And more frequent live streams as well. Yeah, SL8 is great to have upgraded as first one. I am doing short races. This is actually one of them. I'm going to do Glasgow crit today. And on Sunday, this is not 100% sure, but I would like to do 4 Horsemen route on Sunday and stream it. So if you want to come for a chat, that would be nice, but you can also ride with me if you want to. Ugh, so bloody hot here. Miguel, do you mean the 4 Horsemen? Sure. I still need to make sure there isn't something I have already scheduled for Sunday. But I would think something like in the evening European, something like this would be good time. I will set the stream well before, so Linus, I do training blocks. Currently, I'm in the volume building phase. So a part of ZRacing, I don't do much of a quality work. During the season, I'm doing a higher percentage of intervals and races and stuff like that. Ugh. I don't know if I'm Xert Pro, but I love Xert. That's for sure. Yes, I have all my training scheduled by Xert. Hey Steve, how are you? Xert does give you nutrition recommendations, actually. For each ride, it shows you the amount of macros that you burn. Yeah. Trying to always work. If you're going to do long enough workout, it's going to tell you to eat bucket of carbs. I'll answer after this one. It's hard. My FTP is 290 now. Almost exactly 4 watts per kilo. My Whoosh Sunday racing for money. I'm not sure I can actually ride on my Whoosh since I'm using virtual shifting. Exactly, Steve. And drink all the beer. It's my favorite thing to eat chocolate and drink beer over it. Yeah, this is the sandbagging redemption attempt, 100%. And I think I'm going to get punished for that one today. have my wife in the chat, so I need to really focus on the race now. She rode on Zwift yesterday for the first time. I don't want to speak for her, but I think she kind of enjoyed it, which is good. It does have virtual gears now. Oh. I may try it eventually, but I am too comfortable being on Zwift, which I know pretty well now. I am quite lazy to learn different platform right now. By the way, tomorrow at 5 p.m. European, I'm going to release new video. I actually think that's one of the best videos I've ever released, so it would mean a lot if you watched. Ugh, that's so sweet. Cognac and chocolate, I think, is good as well, but you know, beer, you know, the bitter thing and chocolate, like beer with chocolate or coffee with chocolate, it's a great combination. Thank you, Grizzly. It will be my honor to get dropped by you. First, my girlfriend Zwift as well. Yeah. So today it shouldn't happen again. You know, it shouldn't. My camera shouldn't go black again because I already have the endless battery. So hopefully that's going to be the case. Yeah. I unless something, unless I have some sort of scheduling conflict, I would like to do 4 horsemen on Sunday. And I would say the start would be somewhere around 6 p.m. European, something like this, basically. Yeah, I've seen Steven. Was it your first video on Zwift Insider? Congrats. It's going to be interesting to see how many people are there in this race. Last week it was what, like 25? Got sweat in my eyes. But I actually cranked up the AC in the next room, and it actually helped here. It's probably not the most energy efficient solution. I think it actually might work a little bit. Frame and wheel set, I'm using SL8 and the new DT Swiss wheels. But not the disc ones. I didn't want to buy those. And these are not that much worse anyway. It's like half second or something on this course. Not much. It is definitely quicker with discs, but those wheels are like million drops, and they are quicker like by half second or something. I might actually bring it, Steven. Probably not the best thing to travel with, though. No, I have great fans actually. I've got a Vackmaster Cardio 54 in front, and then a big fan in the back. But when it is hot in my room, it's basically just circulating the heat. So it's better than nothing, but not all-encompassing solution. But actually, I cranked up the AC in the next room, and it's actually already better here, so. I think it would be, it would be probably expensive to leave the States with a fan. But it would be very difficult to go through customs with it. Yeah, it's I think me putting up new chain today is going to have way bigger effect than using better wheels or something. Yeah, Steven, they actually asked me to send them a video of the inside of the trainer. And they told me that basically the driver in the, I don't know what's it's called, the motherboard or the circuit board or whatever it's called, basically burned. It burned. That was the burning smell I was smelling on Saturday. It burned. So basically the magnets weren't moving. So they are sending me the new board. They told me it is easy to replace. It's probably way logistically better than sending the whole trainer to them. The funny thing is, the ride wasn't that power intensive. Even if it was, the trainer should be good to go until 2400 watts. So probably not even Jasper Philipsen could break it, but I was doing like zone 2 ride with some zone 3, intervals, but nothing that should destroy the trainer, actually. But the smell was horrible. It was actually, it filled our whole apartment with burning rubber stench. And it actually psyched me quite a bit because, you know, my wife's Zwift ride was just about to arrive. We were planning to ride with each other. And suddenly I would be without trainer. So I immediately went out and bought kicker core. And once they repair, once I have the adjuster repaired, the kicker core is going to be my backup trainer. Burning rubber stench guns. Bottle is leaking. It's probably just the ice. Oh. Spencer. Well, if internet taught me anything, it's that there is product online for everyone. So, thank you very much, Mickey. Those headphones are not Arrow. That's true. That's true. Well, Joe, if you decide to, eventually, you know where to find a discount. All right, let's do it. $39 people. That's decent. Okay, Feather, come on. Oh yeah. Hey, G-Mac. What's this? Eric, how are you? Almost went on Zwift. You should, mate. Will you return for the fall? Thank you. Obligatory dog hair in my mouth. He's all right. Yeah, that's good. Oh shit! That's not great. Oh my god. And the bottle is leaking down there. Oh my god. Okay, it stopped. Thank god. There's electricity very close to it. But it's fine now. Alright, it's looking good. Ooh. Good. That is a good breakaway. Oh, not anymore. Okay, so that is a breakaway. So he's alone. That's good. Oh, he's got it. He's got it. Okay. To podium 8 is pretty good. Feels good. My right shoe actually unclipped for a little bit before the during the sprint. I've got new pedals because I didn't want to swap pedals all the time between my road bike and indoor bike, so I bought new ones, and I didn't set correctly the tension or whatever it's called. But this is good. Road to advanced. I still consider, advanced category to be the actual A category. So it pretty much is road to advanced. But I think I'll get pretty good score for this one actually. I think, yeah, you need to go to this menu and do this toggle side display. Good green jersey. Oh my god. I don't know, Steven. It was the 510 to all the way up, I think. Let me check. This was... Oh, I can't access it because it's throwing me on the right side. It wasn't the hardest A, if that's what you are. If that's what you are asking. That's in 1 hour. The 570 to 700. I cannot go racing in advanced. I actually wanted to do an advanced race a few weeks ago, and it's locked for everyone below 650. I would love to try flat race there. But then again, I think that the racing I've done in Sisu was pretty much advanced, right? There were, riders like Nando, Sorensen. It doesn't get much better than that. Anyway, Steve, are you doing the Sisu from next week on Friday? No, you cannot. It's locked for the actually good people. Oh, yeah. So, starting next Friday, our Sisu crew is back. Alright, guys, I will wipe the floor here because I'm a little worried about the electricity, and then we'll do a cool down, and the cool down is going to be on Alpe du Zwift. So stay here, do not leave. I'm back in 1 minute just to wipe off the water on the floor. All right. All right. I think it does start on Friday, yeah. Oh, I mean, there is no schedule yet, but I assume it would. Like the last two, right? Okay, how do I fix this? These bottles are actually really good. But if something like this happen, I'm a little worried about reliability because oh, it's probably cannot be fixed. Looks like something tore from that. It's a pity. These are really good bottles from Elite. Yeah, it's another product from Elite, so naturally it would break, right? Was that too soon? Next Friday, Wolf. On 23rd or whatever. And it's actually going to be really difficult. It's going to be all in RoadtoA. So, but the races are brutal. And usually I wouldn't be able to compete, but today I actually reduced my weight by another kilo because today's morning I was at 71.1. So I might actually be able to start doing something on the climbs. You will see. You will see. I will definitely race in my category, whatever it is, by the time it starts, because I'm going to do still the stage 3 of the ZRacing probably on Tuesday or Monday, we will see. But it is, I think, unlikely that I would be categorized in A by that time. So I will probably do it in B. But the Sisu B is actually the actual B. Yeah, definitely. If you have the time and chance to do it, definitely do it. It's the most fun racing series probably I've ever done on Zwift. Probably more fun than Zwift games actually, because I love that there is the mass start, so you can compete in your category, but you can still ride with the good guys. Yeah, there is actually so much climbing. The queen stage is one of those horrible ones that go to the radio tower. I don't know if it's the power to the tower or something like that. And there is this one course that is unique only for 2 events. You cannot do it in freeride, and that one's brutal as well. So as for the Summit Seeker, it's a little tricky, but I think Eric from Zwift Insider actually made an article about that today. About completing the challenge if you select it from workout. If you want the Sisu kit, you can do the Sisu ride, which is also scheduled for next week, I believe. Oh, maybe, yeah, next week. And if you complete the ride, you'll get the kit. And I believe you will get the kit even if you complete any of the stages. And it's going to be the blue one, the new one. They changed the schedule? Okay, let me check. Let me check. I was looking forward to that stage actually. And then, oh yeah, you're right. They changed it. Well, that's pity. So the stage 1 is Big Flat 8. That's going to be easy. Stage 2 is Downtown Eruption. Stage 3 Peak Performance. That one is horrible. Stage 4 Looping Lava. Stage 5 Danger Noodle. Stage 6 TikTok Individual Time Trial. That one is different as well. It was supposed to be shorter. And stage 7 Dust in the Wind. Yeah, that's pity. I was looking forward to that. And I would actually prefer if there were more routes in different worlds, like Scotland. Why is Scotland so sparse in racing? It's, in my opinion, the most beautiful world. Okay. So, I recovered from the race by now, so I will increase the power a little bit again. So yeah, I'm super happy about this result. I didn't expect to top 3 in A. And I didn't expect it either during the last few hundred meters, because there were like 4 guys breaking away. I mean, sure, but I don't think that people who would whine about that kind of route selection would ride Sisu Tour, right? Or would they? Maybe. So for the Alp, I'm going to fire up my Elite Riser, because it doesn't work well with the Wahoo kicker, but it is still nice to have. I just didn't want to have it for racing, because it basically does whatever it wants, especially when you do fast surges. I mean, sure, but the difficulty is determined by the pace, right? Not by the length or elevation profile. I mean, there might be people who are like new to riding and it would be too much for them, but would they ride Sisu Tour if that was the case? I don't know. Maybe. I don't know. I don't get this. I don't get this. So you have, see you later, Steven. Have a nice day. Thank you very much. So for me, the Vent 10 was very difficult as well. I mean, I'm not the kind of rider who would thrive on that kind of route. But like, it's part of the tour. You know? The sprinters in Tour de France need to do the climbing stages as well. They were. I thought they weren't. I actually thought that to be included in the sprint classification, you needed to do all. Because if I remember correctly, the Exo sheet actually counted only people with 7 races at the end. Am I wrong about this? I thought that was the case. I guess. Oh my god, I should have changed the chain way sooner. It's so smooth now. Even though the Wahoo Kicker core isn't as nice to ride as the Ali Justo, the Ali Justo is just incredibly smooth. The Kicker core is okay, nice, but with the new chain it's completely different. So by the way, this is not my PR. What you can see on the screen. My PR is 56 minutes. Is that from some article of theirs? Summary or something? I haven't read it, if there was some. I think it gives you your personal best in the last 90 days. Oh, on the Sisu Discord. Yeah, I'm not there. Probably should join that. I will actually join that. I actually logged into Discord after quite a bit of time. And I'm thinking about doing RoadtoA Discord actually, to better inform about upcoming schedule, live streams and so on. I race even longer races, yeah. I would say I more race longer races than shorter ones. 100k not so often, but in the 50k range fairly often. But this month the ZRacing has actually quite nice selection of routes, so I decided I would do it. Especially since there is Rolling Highlands, my all-time favorite route. It was actually the first route I've ever raced on Zwift. 1 week after I started riding. Exactly. Exactly. I prefer longer and harder races as well. That's why I'm doing this Sisu. But I also did 100-mile race on Zwift. That was some time ago, about 1 year ago, but I didn't. I did. The problem with longer races is there is usually not enough competition because people prefer shorter ones. Hey, Gork. Thank you, thank you. Actually, the race is already over, but I decided I would cool down on Alp and cash that 750 XP. I would actually like to do sub 50-minute Alp before I leave for United States. I don't have Halo bike yet. I'm still working on the specialized time trial bike. And then I need to do the climbing bike. But the climbing bike is going to be quite easy. I'm going to do it with my Tron bike trick. And then I will get the specialized Halo bike, but I'm very far off even in terms of drops, so we are going for holidays in the United States. For 14 days, 16 days actually. The Tron bike trick. You start. I actually have video about that on my channel. So, and it's called something like quickest way to get the Tron bike. But long story short, you start the mountain mesh route, and you go until that first. You go a little uphill, and then there is this swing part of the route where you go a little downhill and a little uphill, and you basically ride downhill and uphill, then you do U-turn and you go back and back and back and back and back and back, and it's brutally boring, but it's way faster than climbing, let's say, Alp. Way faster, like 2.5, 3 times faster in terms of gaining vertical meters. Yeah, so we are leaving for United States on 13th September, and we are returning on 31st. Looking forward to the food. Love the food in the US. And the national parks are nice as well. But man, a good brisket. Ah. Let me turn the riser actually. Turn on. Let's see if that's going to work well today. Probably not, but... Oh! Thank you, see you later. It is Miguel. We actually found 2 spots here in Prague that have really good brisket. Both are owned by Americans, by the way. What a coincidence. But at least we have it available right now. A few years ago, it was impossible to find good brisket here. Occasionally I'm trying to cook my own, but I don't have the smoker, so I'm doing it in the slow cooker. Obviously, that's not comparable to the smoked one. And we are visiting New York City as well, so I assume there is going to be plenty of selections for brisket and stuff like that. Of course, yeah. I would love to taste Texas barbecue, actually. But, you know, I don't know how to say it so it's not offensive, right? But as a tourist, I have only limited time and resources. And there are so many places to visit in the US. And elsewhere as well. And let's just say there are other spots I prefer to visit in the US than Texas. But I do not doubt that for the food, it's incredible. And, you know, if there is opportunity in the future, if I have more time or more money, whatever, I would love to do like road trip and visit even those spots like Texas. Oh, that would be nice, Miguel. Thank you very much. Thank you very much for being here. See you. Good luck for your time trial. So we are flying to Vegas, but we are not staying there. We already, spent the night in Vegas, lost money, and so we have that ticked off. But we are leaving for Grand Canyon the first day. Then we are going to Page for Horseshoe Bend. We actually were there before as well, but it's so incredible place that I want to visit it again. Then we are going to Zion, Bryce, Capitol Reef, Moab, Aspen, and Denver. Also visiting Rockies, and then flying to New York City for 3 days. Gambler drops. No, I want those drops for the Halo bike eventually. But to be fair, I had an excellent steak in Vegas, in the Gordon Ramsay's Pub and Grill. It was one of the best steaks I've ever had. So I didn't particularly like Vegas, but that one was really good. Hopefully my trainer is going to get sorted out before we leave for the US. It would really suck if they send me the board and it would arrive when I'm away. They said they are going to send it after 24th August. So it should arrive soon enough. And Steven actually has family in Denver, and he actually sent me already some recommendations for barbecue in Denver. So we are definitely going there. It looks incredible on the menu. Pilsner Urquell 100%. Gonzalez was very good. I have beers that I prefer to Pilsner Urquell as well. Czech beers. But from those two, 100% Pilsner Urquell. Czechs are not like big fans of Kozel. But to be fair, there are worse beers than Kozel. But better ones as well. Yeah, if you actually visit Prague, at any time, just send me a message and I will give you some local recommendations for beer. Better than Pilsner Urquell. Andre, Czechs are actually split into 3 groups depending on the geography. So if you imagine our country, the central and left part of the country on the map is all about beer being included. So I'm the weaker one. The top right part is Slivovice, and that one would kill you, I promise. And the bottom right is wine. And there is this, you can do this little Venn diagram, and the intersection It's like small area, and those people drink everything. Anonymous bar. Never heard of that. I will look it up. Look it up. For cocktails in Prague, Black Angel's bar is fantastic. It's phenomenal. They actually won many awards with their cocktails. They don't even have a proper cocktail menu. I mean, they do, but you know, it's not recommended to get anything from there. They will simply ask you, what kind of taste do you like? What tastes are you in the mood for? Fruity, lighter, heavier, creamy, spicy, and they will make you tailor-made cocktail. It's incredible. Each time I've had cocktail there, it's fantastic. And actually, there are 2 bars in Prague that serve you real absinthe. There are many bars that serve you fake absinthe, but there are 2 that serve you real absinthe. That's good. That has some kick to it. Sanitary alcohol. Yeah, I mean, if you are used to that, then yeah. But, you know, despite what I'm saying on stream, I'm not a huge alcohol fan. I'm a huge beer fan, but not for the alcohol, but for the taste. If there was an option to have beer that tastes the same without alcohol, I would prefer that actually. But there's not, so I have no choice. And very, very occasionally I like Prosecco, and very, very occasionally I like Scotch. That's pretty much it for me. Yeah, if you are in Prague and you like cocktails, Black Angels it's insane. Absolutely incredible. Hey Terence. Thank you very much. So tomorrow I'm going to release new video. And I think that one is actually going to be helpful to a wide variety of people. At least I hope so. So if you have a chance, definitely take a look and tell me what you think about it, because it's a video I wanted to make for such a long time. Yeah, definitely need to take a look at that pedal. It unclipped. It unclipped during the sprint, and my leg doesn't still feel very secure in there. I'm going to do the Sisu Puinanen that starts next Friday, not tomorrow, the week after that. And it's basically continuation of the Sisu Racing series. This time to celebrate Vuelta a España. So I'm definitely doing that because that's the most fun I've ever had racing in a long time. And after that, I'll probably do a time trial on Alpe. And I might do it as a group ride. If you guys wanted to join, I would like to do sub 50 Alpe after the Sisu tour. Yeah, there's so much to choose from. I like to do the Sisu one because the schedule just works for me. It's Friday and Tuesday. That's like perfect. Yeah, the acro is like each day, isn't it? I think I was looking at that. And I would still like to do the final 2 stages of the ZRacing as well. Because next week it's Sand and Sequoias, which is a nice route in Watopia. And the week after that is Rolling Highland. That's my favorite route on Zwift. So I might need to do 3 races a week, which would mean 3 streams a week, because I intend to stream all my races now. It gives me extra motivation and accountability as well. It's much more difficult to actually give up during race when there's like 50 people watching you. If you can go, you can go, but yeah, 3 each weekend for 3 weeks. Yeah, that's a no-go for me because you cannot afford to, do race each day of each weekend. Four Horsemen, Tour of Ice and Fire. Oh my god, guys, you didn't tell me I don't have my time trial bike to level up. I need that time on it. See you, Miguel. Good luck. And thank you. I cannot wait to have the time trial bike finished. I'm working on my last level now. I don't like riding on the time trial bike. But I wanted to have it fully leveled before the time trial on Sisu Tour to not get disadvantaged by the bike selection. Zwift TT bike. That has an additional spice to it. That's what I'm thinking. I'm wondering whether should I save the drops to buy the specialized Halo bike, or if I should level Zwift bikes and do Tron. Maybe I can do both, because it is unlikely I will have 10 million drops when I will have finished specialized bikes. So I might start working on the Zwift ones. And yeah, I do. It's quite, yeah. I think it's actually, if it's fully leveled, I think it's the best bike for flat races, actually. Unless I'm mistaken. Let me check, actually. So let's say Glasgow, right? We've done it today, so Glasgow crate. Yeah. Specialized Project 74 is the best bike on flatter races. Yeah, I don't think it is much better, but I actually love the looks of it. So if it's good on top of that, it's fantastic. But I mean, realistically speaking, before I finish leveling up the specialized bikes, then getting 10 million drops, then buying the bike, and then upgrading the bike, it's like maybe not next racing season, but the one after that for me. And I agree, they're not like particularly strong as they would deserve, in my opinion. But maybe they will change it in a patch or something. So it's good to have, to start working on it. So if they make it like overpowered, you are prepared. But it's a little underwhelming right now, yeah. Especially the Tron bike. I've worked so hard to get the Tron bike. And it's fairly unreachable for me now. And not that exciting. I wouldn't want them to make them too OP. But let's say like 5 seconds per hour, right? That is not like they are unbeatable, but it is rewarding the amount of work you put into them. Or maybe 10 seconds an hour. something like that. That it will be like 3 to 4 seconds on course like today's. But, yeah. Maybe 10 seconds an hour is too much, but yeah, you're right, Joe. That's why I think they need to carefully balance it. If there is mandatory to succeed, that's terrible, obviously. But there should be like meaningful reward for getting it. So it's a balancing act. So we will see. Will we see Yeti today? Never seen Yeti here before. And also I would like the climbing wheels. Finally. I rode Alpe about 20 times maybe. Never got those. So it looks like the camera is still going strong. Knock on wood. I'm now streaming for how long? Like 2 hours, maybe. Looks like it's working. So what I would like to do in the near future is completing all my route badges. I think I'm missing routes only from like the top, the hardest 4 from RoadtoA, and 1 from Richmond, I believe, and 1 from France. Maybe 6 routes. Yeah, I don't count. Yeah, you're right. I didn't count event only for those. What could be really fun, I think, is if there were events in which there would be forced 100% trainer difficulty. That could be fun. There are races like that. I know there are races with neutralized equipment, but I didn't know they are with 100% trainer difficulty. I don't think it's pointless. I know why you are saying it is. I mean, sure, yeah. But let's be honest. The most conventional trainers do 60, at least 16%, right? Yeah, yeah, you are right. If people are riding with power meters, that's pointless. Yeah, that would need to be like direct drive trainer only, but I don't know if that's feasible or possible, for that matter. But I think most trainers are like at least 16%, right? I know there is the Van Rysel one that's slower, but I would assume that most people have at least kicker core or the Ali Justo that I have as my main trainer goes up to 24%. And I tried that with Elite Riser on New York City KOM on 100% trainer difficulty. It was absolutely insane experience. Absolutely insane. Especially with the riser. It was like I was riding like, oh. Riser has actually compensation for the slope. So if you are riding on 50% trainer difficulty, you can set it in the Riser app and it will simulate 100%, which is very nice. The climb doesn't have that. The climb replicates what's being broadcasted by the game. Riser in this regard is way better, actually. And also, it goes also for the downhills, because Zwift natively reduces the gradient of the downhills by half. And you can set for the riser to go down by its true gradient. This is why I wanted the riser rather than climb. It would be actually my dream setup in the future to have the Justo 2 as trainer, the riser as the gradient sim, and square as the frame. Have two out of 3 from those. The square would be so nice and so silent and so smooth. Yeah. Neo trainer better for the road feel? I don't know, man. I never tried Neo, but the Justo have incredible road feel. It's so smooth. It carries inertia so well. When it's working, it's incredible. But I burned it after 3 rides, so yikes, right? Oh, you mean for the gravel simulation? Oh yeah. Not that interested about that. I want as smooth experience as possible, which I think I would get only from the square because it has belt drive. But also, I've tried my wife's Zwift ride that's over there. It's incredibly smooth as well. And so quiet. It's so quiet. It is. I have to admit that the Zwift ride is beautiful piece of gear. Zwift really did it well. I wouldn't personally want it because I want the gradient sim, but it's very nice bike. Either that, or maybe they are going to release like 2nd generation, maybe with either native gradient sim or some add-on. I think if it would be with native gradient sim, it would be too expensive, right? For general population. But the problem with Zwift ride is it's incredibly heavy. If you mounted Zwift ride on a riser, firstly, I cannot imagine how that would be done, because the front leg of the Zwift ride is very long. But even if someone figure out the way to do it, the Zwift ride is so heavy that it would reduce the maximum load for the riser. The riser can hold like, I don't know, 130 kilos, something like that. Yeah, exactly. And really, the front leg is super long, so I think the add-on would need to be somewhere in the middle, maybe, and quite actually protruded forward. Because I don't think you can remove the half of the black half of the leg. I don't think. Oh, did the camera shut off? Don't tell me that. Don't tell me that. Oh, it resumed. Oh, it's on. Okay. Yeah, I got phone call on my phone. So it basically just stopped the footage for me. And I thought it was the camera. Perfect, perfect, perfect. I would hate that because it's still possible for the camera to overheat, especially today when it's really hot. But it shouldn't at least discharge. And if it would overheat, I don't know what would I do. I would need to figure out some way to cool it. But yeah, exactly. But then again, it would basically disqualify all the current users of the ride, right? It would be ideal if they figure out a solution that can be applied retroactively to current ride users. The implementation of the riser with the kicker core isn't the best because it takes the gradient only from elite trainers. With other trainers, it calculates the gradient from power and speed. And if I suddenly go like out of the saddle or sprint, it assumes from the calculation it's increasing gradient and basically shifts me up. It's better than nothing, but definitely something I don't want to have on for races. Yeah, that's my goal actually, Andre. I want the square. It's like ultimate setup for me. Riser at the front, Justo 2 at the back, and square in the middle. What more can you want? Really? It's actually widely available where I live. I could buy it today, like this. Yeah. There are at least 3 stores in fairly close proximity that have it in stock. If you are in Europe, check bikediscount.de. They have it. In Slovakia, they have it. And there is one more store that I don't remember the name of. They have it too. I've already completed the race. This is my cooldown. A little bit unconventional cooldown, but still a cooldown. So I want to cash in the 750 XP from the challenge. First time seeing this as in this route, or as in Zwift in general. I'm training to be a climber. Yeah. Actually, not completely untrue. Since I've lost a lot of weight lately, I think my climbing performance will go up, actually. Almost buggy now. In terms of weight, not that far off. 5 kilos. 5 more kilos to be the same weight as Poggy. It's the power that I'm missing. You didn't? It's actually really cool. Obviously, riding outside is more fun in general. But it's nice to have the option to ride inside when it's raining, snowing, when it's cold, when it's dark. And you can do all sorts of stuff indoors, like group rides, races. Mainly the races are fun. When it's too hot, yeah. Exactly. I mean, what is Poggy's attack in terms of raw watts? When he goes this thermonuclear attack of his, it's like maybe 1200 watts for a minute, maybe something like that. I can do that for 5 seconds, so not that far off. But also I need to be fresh. He can do it at the end of the race, so. Have you ever competed against Velitri? Not that I am aware of, but it is possible. There is so many riders on Zwift. And I remember some of them, good amount of them, but maybe, I'm not sure. 600 watts for 10 minutes. He can do definitely, oh, for 10 minutes. Yeah, that seems about right. 440? No. 440 for 66 kilos. That would be how much? 440. No, we can do way more. That's 6.6 watts per kilo. He can do 7.2 for 40 minutes. Which is 475 watts. He did that in Plateau de Bale. So over 600 for 10 minutes seems accurate to me. Something to see in South Africa? Unfortunately, I don't know what you are talking about. Oh, definitely some sprinters, yeah. I don't think he could outsprint like Jasper Philipsen, right? Mats Pedersen. Probably not those kind of sprinters. But he can outsprint Mathieu and Wout if there are right conditions and they are tired enough. Phil sprint. Well, he outsprinted Mathieu in flat sprints this year in Criterium du Dauphiné. But it was after they basically killed him with Jonas. So that probably doesn't count. Yeah, so I'll need to buy this bottle again. It's an incredible bottle, but it broke really quickly. This is probably the easiest I've ever gone on Alpe du Zwift. I don't remember climbing up the Zwift at 130 BPM. Oh, so it's like, how do you call it? How do you call that? Running event. It's hard like this that you compete in the mud and stuff like that. Freaking. I'll look it up. I hope I will get the wheels today. I'll actually speed it up a little bit because I'm getting hungry. And I am getting thirsty for beer. Actually, I'm getting thirsty in general, but mainly for beer now. So I'm going to do upper zone 2. But very, very hot today. Sunny to see. Let me check. Three-day, 270-kilometer mountain bike stage race, which takes place in the southern eastern province of KwaZulu-Natal in South Africa. Huh. That looks very nice. But it's for mountain bikes, right? It looks like it's for mountain bikes. It could be fun, but not exactly my thing. I would actually love to ride in a country like that. It's quite far from where I live. It's always very nice to not only, go on vacation to countries this different, but especially riding the bike, which is like your normal domestic activity in a distant country. It's very surreal. I mean, I was riding mountain bikes, right? But I was fairly reckless, and my wife was afraid I was going to kill myself. And I didn't want to risk it. Let's just put it that way. And riding mountains on a road bike, that's fun too. I've never had probably more fun than climbing Col de Galibier on the road bike. It was probably the most fun I've ever had cycling. I love the idea of riding trails and stuff on mountain bike, but I would probably do it without, if I didn't have a wife and if I didn't have mortgage. But now I feel I need to be a little more responsible. Not that road biking is like super safe sport either, but I don't know if it's better actually. I love riding outdoors because you don't have the fresh air on Zwift, you don't have the wind, you don't have the thrill from the descent. But the racing is super fun, and yeah, it is safe. And it is very close to the shower and to snacks and to beer as well. And what I like about road bike, yeah, everyone is different, exactly. And what I like about road biking is that the progression is very easily measurable, right? And when I'm doing some activity, I need to be able to measure the progress. Otherwise, I get bored. Andrei, no dogs. Did you not watch me race like 1 hour ago? I was attacked by my dog when I was sprinting. Yeah, close to the beer. That's big. Oh, you missed the race. Okay. Yeah, he was DSing me. Yeah, I was sprinting to the finish, and he probably got worried and started barking. And then when I finished the sprint, he basically jumped on me. My Zwift ride? Never. But my wife's Zwift ride actually arrived already, and it's right next to me. Hi, by the way. I tried the Zwift ride. It's incredible how silent it is, how smooth it is. But for me, it's missing the gradients in. So what I'm targeting is the Elite Square. But the Zwift Ride is very nice bike. If you don't want the gradient sim, I would say it's the best bang for the buck you can get. And it's actually really beautiful. Like, you know, just to watch it, it's so beautifully crafted. If it had the option for the gradient sim, I would be all over it. Well, if it does, I'm not saying I'm not getting it, but you'll have to see if and when that happens, because I have my eyes on the square, like big time. Chop the line. I mean, I actually that could be possible, right? Because with the riser you can set the 0% level, so even if you missed it by a couple like centimeters, you could adjust that. So it could be possible actually. But I still think I would prefer the square because of the belt drive and the tactile shifting. The square has, you know, the same shifting that outdoor bikes have, real shifting. But the belt drive is going to be so silent and so smooth. And what are their disadvantages? I'm eager to learn that because I've always heard only the best things about belt drives. Oh yeah, in terms of replacement. I mean, sure. I think that's going to be solvable. But yeah, I'm still waiting for some reviews actually. I've never seen, there are almost no reviews online. I think the tensioning is actually natively implemented in the frame. There is this contraption that tensions it correctly. Steven, I have the Elite Trainer, an Elite Trainer. I have Elite Justo 2. It's broken right now, and I'm waiting for a replacement part, but I have it. I have Elite Justo 2. And I have Elite Riser. So I'm only missing the middle part. And is your friend like happy with it? Does it work well with Zwift? I think that I think there are valid concerns, but I don't think Elite as a company goes anywhere, right? They are very well ingrained on the market. Zwift controls, I think, do not work so far on the Square, which doesn't bother me. I would still add Zwift Play to that. If they added the support for them, then great. But top EU trainer company, yeah, I think so. They're Italian. Tariff floor. I still hope that there are going to be zero tariffs for both rather than big tariffs for both. But who knows, right? But I don't think actually they're like any kind of compromise either. The trainer has incredible road feel. It's genuinely joy to ride when it works. That's the disclaimer. But I don't think that the issue I've had is like common or anything. I think I just had terribly bad luck. And the guy I was speaking to from Elite actually wanted me to send him picture of the charger as well. So I don't know if there is not some problem with like my batch of chargers. Yeah, I think so. The combination of Justo and Riser was actually such a joy to ride. It immediately reacts to the hills. Very, very nice. And that's another thing, yeah. I would eventually like to try other platforms as well. Which is tricky with the virtual shifting. I know there is some support for it, but I don't know if it's native support or if you need some third-party apps. I haven't looked too much into it. Oh. Okay, guys. My phone just lost its battery. So I don't know what you are writing from now on, but that doesn't matter because I'm finishing the ride already. Anyway, so let's see if I get the wheels. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. Come on. Yes! There they are. Finally. There they are. Did I receive them? Come on. Oh, they are new wheels. So I probably let me actually break to verify. Oh yeah, there they are. Incredible. Incredible. I really trusted in that today. Really trusted in that. Okay guys, so I will just ride downhill right now. I cannot respond to you anyway because I no longer have phone charge. So thank you very much for watching, for joining me, and definitely check out tomorrow's video. I think that's going to be helpful to many people. And then I will very likely do a stream on Sunday. I'm going to ride 4 horsemen route. So unless something goes in the way, I'm doing that, and we can chat, and if you want, you can ride with me. And if you are not subscribed, hit that button because it helps. Thank you guys. Ciao.